from a female detective. Her surname is Sitole, and she informed me she is the investigating officer of my case, and she is based in Phoenix.
Yeah, usebenzela Phoenix Police Station.
Phoenix Police Station,
Yes.
That's where she works.
So wase asho ukuthi ucela ukungibona uzothatha istatement zami uzwile ukuthi uyabona ngihlala kaMashu ucela senze appointment akwazi uzongibona ngamtshela mina ngeke ngikwazi ukufika ePhoenix nje angiyiboni nje ngiza kuyona wasethi ayikho problem uzonika location yami noma ngaMashu uzofika yena.
Oh, well, when she called, she requested for a meeting with myself so that she could take down my statement. She indicated that she has seen that I reside at KwaMashu, so she wants us to meet, and that's when I told her that I cannot be able to go to Phoenix. So in that, she then requested for my location, that she would come there at KwaMashu and meet me.
So wadlula itsukwana ngampela wafika usisi no mhlambe 2 days 3 days wafika ethi uzothatha istatement kumina ukuthi kwenzakalani wase yangibuza ukuthi uyathola khona nabanye ababekhona la emotweni ngakwazi usungibabone ngathi hayi ungababona noma amakhelwane bami ngazama ukubathola nabo ababona.
Indeed, she did come after 2 to 3 days, and she took down my statement. She informed me that she now knows that there were other people that I was in company of and whether she would be able to see those people. I then organized for her to see them because those are my neighbors. Uthi wababona?
Yes, wathatha ke istatement thina. Emva kwalokho asethi ke uzophinda asazise nje nowasibuza ukuthi ke sakwazi ukukhomba abantu abasilimazile ngamtshela mina ngabakhomba.
She saw them, took down their statements, and she asked if we would be able to point out the people that attacked us.
Yes.
And I told her I would be able to.
Ngase wasebuza imoto ngamtshela imoto limele wasembuza ukuthi asakawenze nama quotation ngamnikeza lezo zinto zama quotation emoto.
She asked about the vehicle and I told her it was damaged. She asked if I did make any quotations and I indicated yes I have, and I further furnished her with those documents, the quotations.
Wawathatha yini ama statement from the young boys?
Yes, wababona naye wasa ngayela ngifika azange ababona sase ngihlolela usuku wafika weekend wabagcine babonile wayithatha istatement ukubona.
Question was, did she take down the statements of the young boys? And the response was yes, though it was not on the same day, but she came back on the weekend and she was able to take down the statements of the young boys.
Yini sathu ukuthi babengekho during the week?
What was the reason for the statements not to be taken?
Babekade bengekho bona la kathi mina efika.
Babeke
during a week abafana abancane bebebambela amatoho ngiyacabanga khona itoho lade libathathile ngalelo langa babengekho khona ubhuto nethendo nokubathatha boy farmer pipe babengekho ngalelo langa befika.
They were not present when she visited me initially because they do hold some temporal jobs. They work with another gentleman who is self-employed, and he would take them. And at that time, they went to install some pipes.
Baba obushilo wasi omunye wabafana is around 16 akafundi yini?
You did mention one of them, of these boys, was 16 years old. Do they not go to school?
Noma ngisho ukuthi mhlawumbe mina ngibhede bengifuna mhlawumbe 18 to 21 labafana. Mangikhumbula kahle akasekho ofundayo kubona. Oyendo futhi omunye ngabantu abade befunda abade besecheshana ngokuthi imisebenzi abayitholi. Omunye oyedwa kade sebenza lo ngisho una 21 umuntu una 20 mase kuzoba ulo omncane ngihlaphe phakathi uma una 17 u18 mangaphonsisi lo futhi kumanje ongagcina engazange alivule nisho icala yena azange afuna ukwenza lutho nje sibathathe sivule esawungena ecaleni lo yedwa uyena lo mncane uyena nje ongazange afuna ukwenza lutho nathi sathi basemtshela wathi ayingeke nayingeni lezi zinto lezi ngamandi amshaya akafuna ukuthi akabophe alungu kokwenza la ukubona.
I might have made a mistake on that one.
But akekho ofundayo abantu sebelokhuzile ikolo ukuthi basheshe basiqeda nje isikole.
I might have made a mistake on that one. I had intended to say 18 to 21 because the one is 21, he's already at tertiary. The other one is 20, and the younger one is between 17 and 18. He is the one who refused to open a case. He said he does not want anything to do with this. He was attacked, and that's that. He does not want to take it any further. So they are all old. No one is schooling between them. The other one is working already.
Okay, masibuyele ke manje wathatha ama statements from abafana abancane on the weekend, and then kwenzakalani lapho?
So you said she took down the statements of the young boys during the weekend, and then what happened eventually?
Mhlambe ngithi kuphele inyanga asithatha and asinayo inamba yakho umcontactor. Emva kwalokho ngabona sengifonelwa abana abaseshi ayibize ngokuthi uGumbi, and fonini yami kwangena ichecksa ethi sengine new case esebengisendela yona ukuthi le indala isasebenzi senginentsha ke manje icala lami seliphetho ubaba uGumbi uDetective Gumbi.
Well, maybe after a period of a month we were not in communication. We did not even have her contact numbers. So I received a call from some detectives, and this gentleman informed me he is Gumbi, and he further informed me that he is now taking over the investigation and that the case has now a new case number.
Yes. So after efona kuGumbi naye athi ufuna ukusibona uzogcwalisa nayo indaba ze-statement afuna ukubonisa izona lesasibhale kusithole.
Gumbi also requested a meeting with us. He wanted to confirm our statements to see if they're still the same.
Ya wafika ke ngenhlanhla ke yena wasithola so bathathu nalabafana abancane ababekhona ngababheka ngabathola bangitshela uDetective Gumbi uphethe icala lami kodwa usebenzela eDurban Central ayakhe Phoenix.
So he did come to see us, and I arranged for the boys to also be present. He spoke to us and he informed me he is now taking over the investigation and that he is based in Durban Central, not in Phoenix.
Ngamnika information eyidinga njengethi noma imoto besiqala silungisa izithombe zayilimele wayithatha wathi uzoyidinga ama quotation wasethi saya nesibhedlela ila kwavela khona ukuthi azange siye esibhedlela even nalabafana laba babelimele but nabazange baye esibhedlela noma.
So he asked details about the car. So when I was talking to him, I had already started fixing the vehicle. So he asked details about it and the quotations, and I gave it to him and the photos of the damages, and he then asked if we did go to hospital. That's when he realized or found out that we did not go to hospital, although we were injured. The boys also did not go to hospital.
So sasisimnika ke lezinto ke wase yasitshela ukuthi indawo esilimale kuyona naye bayayazi and yona ndawo athi nama roadblocks amaningi bazosebenzisa ama footage abanawo khona ama arrest abazawenza soon and bengajabula ukuthi mabesifika bezisilana basisa ama department sikwazi ukukhomba abantu engase ngathi singakwazi ukubakhomba sabakhumbula.
We furnished him with all that he had requested for. He then informed us that he knows about the area where we were injured. He knows about the roadblocks that were there. and that they would utilize the footages that they have, and they would effect arrests very soon. And he further informed us that they would request us to come for an identification parade, and that they would be happy if we would be able to participate in that.
Until now, we salinde kanjalo akaza sitshela kona arrest abayenzile azosithatha mhlawumbe sithi parade akaza silande futhi le ayisitshele ngayo kusathule nje.
To this date, we have not heard of any arrest that was made. We were not taken for any identification parade. So the situation is still the same.
The second last question for me. Ukhona nje izithombe owazithathayo from ama injuries akho and labafana bakhona obuhamba nabo.
Did you take any photos of your injuries or injuries of the boys that you were in company of?
Bakunazi izithombe zabo belimele obade ngisafuna ukuyichaza nalento lena khathi ngithi mina abafana ngiyababona bebedubu ngempela bebadubula kanti nje ngenhlanhla lelo umuntu ebadubula ngesibhamisele khuzana sesikhipha lento engathi iron make sure ifana njenge rubber bullet mangicabanga noba benamanxeba lemzimbeni itshengisa ukuthi balokuzile abantu badubulile enhlanhla le kwangayona isibhamu esikhipha ama bullets babe nawo nje amanxeba lemzimbeni atshengisa khona ngisho umuntu uthi abeswa nemanxeba la u2 esifubeni nasonyaweni omune nala emhlanje nothi upalisa
Imaka uThabiso.
Yes mase kuzothi upalisa lomncane engimsho ukuthi azangafuna ukuvula icala
Welimele phena
emhlanje naye namanxeba base bengitshengisa babende isibhamu ababedutshulwa ngaso bathi sasikhipa ngaze amaleki ayona kanjalo libizwa kanjalo le nto but uma usibuka isibhamu lo muntu abasho ukuthi ingakho eleke bakhipha ngaso mina ngitshethe ubadubula ngesibhamu esikhipha amabullet ngibona befree bebaleka kanti ubadubula ngalesibhamu uyabakhipha kanti akusona isibhamu esikhipha amabullet banazo ke izithombe zabo belokuzile benalo manxeba lawo.
Well, they do have photos of their injuries, and when I had seen the person shooting and directing to the boys, they were actually shot at, and it's just that the ammunition that was used was not deadly. I think they had said it was lead iron that was used. Something.
Iron angaze kona malek iron into ekhiphe into ngathi ilokuzana eumthofu bangitshela kanjani uma ukuthi bayibone lento ekathi balimaza yaphansi ekhipha into eround umthofu but akuyona rubber bullets into engathi iron.
It's not rubber bullets, it's not lead iron, but it's something that looked like copper, roundish. Yes. Copper things.
Yona le abalimaza babe nama bruises nje evuza igazi kodwa azange penetration emzimbeni ilento ababadubula ngayo banazo ke izithombe ukuthi nami baye bengisendelina ngazi njengecheck ephone namhlanje angiyibona.
Okay.
Yabo kodwa bona basanazo.
So
umseshu wayibona umseshu unazo.
They had injuries. It was bruises that were bleeding slightly. The bullets did not penetrate through into their bodies, but they did have injuries and they have photos. They also sent me those photos. I believe they still do have them.
Azikho ezakho.
Mina ngithi anginazi la ngangishaye khona isitulo nami la ngithenga sithela mhlawumbe uphathina wami unaso efonini mhlawumbe ngezwe kuyena mayide ngangila ngilima engasithatha lesi ngalimala la entanyeni lezi eka la engashaya khona malokuzana zanga ngishuthe noma ngangekho nje emqondweni ukuthi le ngifuna ukushutha noma even imoto izithombe yashuthwa bafana basekhaya ngiloko kwangicabanga lethu ukuthi kufanele phela izinto ngiyishuthe kanti vele nemoto sebeyishuthile bafana basekhaya basilethele izithombe.
Question was, do you have pictures of your injuries? And the response is, I believe my partner does have the photos, but the only injury that they took a picture of was, or I took a picture of, was the injury at the back of my head or the neck.
Yeah. Ngisikhumbulayo no la emzimbeni azange ishuthe azange ngavele ngayeka nje
I didn't take pictures of the rest of the injuries that were on my body.
Ndizobe remind me njalo mangiyibuka kanti igcinela mina message bazoyifuna bathi ngeziphutho ukuthi ngayishuthi.
Even the pictures of the damages on the vehicle were taken by my brothers. I did not have strength, or I did not even remember. I remembered only later that I should have taken photos. Hence, they would be needed for investigations.
Sorry, but I think it's important, Mr. Commissioner, that we also reiterate he's just indicated that he did not want to take pictures because there would be a reminder of the incident that happened to him, and he would have preferred to just forget what had occurred and sort of move on with his life. That's the last part of what he was saying directly to me at this particular point in time. And I think this is where I will stop my questioning, and my learned friend Ranso will take over from here to just deal with the various aspects of his testimony. And in so doing, Mababa, ngiyabonga mina. So manje ngizonikeza ku my colleague uRanso, yena uzokubuza questions ngesingisi, and then usis uzokutranslate. Sibongile kakhulu.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay. Thank you very much, Advocate Marok. Just be mindful that it's already 1 hour and 50 minutes. So if we can try and wrap up as we have another witness.
Chairperson, I don't expect to be more than 30 minutes. In fact, the witness has addressed some of the themes I wanted to touch on. Is it fine if we chase a 30 minutes cutoff?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just see there's a problem with our microphone. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Skaba, thank you so much for your testimony. I just want to deal with a few issues. And let me pick up at this point where you say that you are not happy with the way that the media was not showing what was happening in Phoenix.
Ngizokubuza nje izinto ezingeziningi kakhulu mnumzana uXaba zizoba mbalwa, kodwa ke ngizoqala nje kule yokuthi uke wathi aweneme ngendlela ngento yokuthi laba bezindaba noma imedia azange ize iveze izigameko ezazenzeka ePhoenix.
Yebo, angineme kakhulu. Angineme kakhulu indlela benza ngayo. Noma bayiveza indawo ukuthi kwakwenzakalani kulezi indawo ezihlala ilokhu icommunity amandi ukuthi ayenzani kubantu amandi.
Yes, I'm indeed not happy about how things were portrayed, because they did not broadcast things that were happening in the areas where Indian people reside and the things they were doing.
Yes, and right at the beginning of your testimony, before you went to the airport and before everything happened on the 12th, you said that you were with the boys and you were well aware of what was happening in terms of the unrest. Where were you getting the information? Was it from TV? Where were you getting the reports?
Sasibonile ku TV noma ngithi lento yaqala yasiyenzekile ngithi kusukela ngeweekend bengene izitolo ezinkulu abantu beyilutha kwaphinda kwayi Sunday ngeze kuthiwa kuluthwe ilokhuzana iShoprite kaMashu waluthwa ilotuzana. So lento ngize ngitshela ukuthi mina asiyitsheli lento yenza yonke indawo phela indawo njengoFinisa izinto abangahlangana nento zozuma. Yabo izuma abantu abaningi abamlwela abantu abahlala emalokishini sitshela lokho noma ngize mina ngithi ngidlula khona ngiyitsheli lento nami ngiqala wabona amindezi evala umgwaqo ngaxake ukuthi enzani noma ngangazi ukuthi wona mhlawumbe natotolela uzuma noma wenzakalani.
Yes, we had seen on the TV what was happening, and that this thing had started during the weekend where big shops were looted, and on Sunday I heard that Shoprite at KwaMashu was looted, and I wasn't expecting what I came across at Phoenix. I was confused as to what was happening because I knew that people there were not interested in this support for Zuma. I had thought it's just people in the townships that were engaged in that campaign.
And what about other sources? Were you getting videos on WhatsApp by any chance if you use it? Were you using social media, Facebook and those kind of websites to also get more information?
Well, usebenzisa mhlawumbe Facebook, no WhatsApp, no Twitter, mhlawumbe ukubona izinto ezazenzeka ezinye. Khona ukubona kulezo zindawo.
Before kwenza lento enzeka kumina mhlawumbe angiunderstand ukuthi kubuza ngani ubhuti ubuza mhlawumbe kathi lento yasePhoenix siyenzekile noma before ukuthi ngase ngazi ngalokho manje ngibuza lokho ngifuna ukuthola.
I'm not sure if you are asking about before I came across what happened to me or after I got injured. I'm not sure which information.
We can make it more general, just information regarding the unrest. So just generally, as everything was happening in the country, you were obviously getting it from the news. Were there other sources, videos and stuff like that?
Ngaphandle kwezindaba lento ye-looting wawuyibona ko WhatsApp na ko Facebook kanjalo kanjalo.
Sikhona engakubona ko WhatsApp na ko Facebook wakwenza kwezinye indawo.
Yes.
Njengako Goli nala eThekwini kwezinye indawo.
Yes, I did see things that were happening on WhatsApp and Facebook in the areas of things that were happening in the areas of Johannesburg and Durban.
And did you find the information helpful in trying to just be safe and make sense of what was happening?
Lento wayibonayo mhlambe yakwenza ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi uziphephise kunanoma yini oyenzayo kulezi zinto ezazenzeka.
Yes, wona lokho angakwazi noma ngizange ngiyenze looting. Angizange ngiye la kuluthwa khona. Noma angazi into engizothi ngolutha into engangizobe ngiyiswele mhlawumbe noma phela ngangibona abantu lapha nabe bethatha umbhede kunawo bethatha ama TV nginawo ukudla nginako abakwenza angizange ngicabanga ukuthi angabe ngiyolutha noma indawo ezayiluthwa iseyitolo ezinkulu nasema femini ko Fingem ngikhuluma mangihlala kaMasha indawo esakela yethu iseFingem inama fame lapha ababe walutha abantu angizange ngithi ngiyongena khona ngiluthe.
Well,
Noma even la ngihlala khona mina kaMashu yayingeka ama roadblocks ukuthi awukwazi ukuhamba la ukwazi ukuhamba la phela kuphela uthe izitolo lezi ezinkulu bagcina bengena nama garages eziphelele petrol lekuleko basixaka khona sebelutha nama garage.
Well, I did try to keep safe. I did not go for looting because I did see that people were looting beds. I do have a bed. TVs, I have a TV. Food, I don't need all those things. And they,
The leaders of the two